I'm Amy Roloff, in my little kitchen with Lisa, and we're doing a Zoom cooking show, I guess, with three fans with their friends, but I always say 3 friends. Fans is always a funny word to me. I don't care how long I've been doing the show. I'm like, fans? I don't know. To me, it's like, you're in my kitchen.
Yeah.
You're friends. Well, a formal introduction. Welcome, and I'm so thankful and appreciative that you guys all listen to the live chat. I'm still trying to format it into, do we just keep having conversations, or do we talk about a topic or a relationship? The problem with me talking about a relationship, I would probably talk too much, and then it would go over every single gossip thing there is out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm in so much trouble. But anyway, later on, I'd love to, just hear your guys' thoughts on, at least for the live, what other things that you would love for us to do and just talk about it. Or I kind of fashion it after like Kathy Lee and Hoda when they were doing it, because it was just fun. It was just fun girl talk without being so darn heavy.
I know.
So anyway.
Like Amy said, welcome to her little kitchen.
Oh, and another thing, at the end or towards the end, if you guys got any favorite recipes or a recipe or an idea that you'd like me to cook on my cooking video, I would love that, because I don't need the whole recipe, but just an idea, because I'll come up with something.
Good idea. All right, let's introduce everybody. So
raise your hand.
Yeah, raise your hand. Chloe McMillian and Tammy McMillian. Am I pronouncing that right? They're from from Ontario, Canada.
Oh wow!
So very cool. Then we have Carol Marsh and Julianne Wander, and they're from Fairview, North Carolina.
Okay, where's Carol? Okay, hi Carol. Where's Julianne? All right, Carol and Julianne. Okay.
So Carol's from Duluth, Minnesota, and Julianne's from Fairview, North Carolina.
All right.
Welcome. And then we have Gail Colucci and Gina. Okay, I'm going to try and pronounce this. Irizarry.
Got it.
I'm Italian, so I was kind of listening for that.
Spanish, but that's okay.
Spanish, okay. All right, and Gail's from Clark, New Jersey.
Gail and Gina, okay.
Gail in New Jersey, okay.
We'll call you guys the GGs.
Yes.
So that's funny. I was going to say that's really funny because that's our original initials.
Oh, really?
We're 5 Gs, and our maiden name was with a G too.
Oh
so
my God!
Really GGs.
Wow, that is so interesting. So many families are, doing the same letter and
I know
all that stuff. That's very cool.
Very cool.
Well, who's the first? Tammy.
We wanted to see.
Okay, Tammy and Chloe. Sorry. Do you guys like to cook? Do you cook often together? Do you live nearby? Or what's, just real briefly, what's your little scenario?
So this is my daughter, Chloe. She's going to be 21. She still lives with me. She still lives with me, and we do cook our dinners together most of the time.
What is your favorite dish?
Mine?
Or both of you, or anything?
Make? What do you like? Probably chicken parm.
Okay.
Good. I love lasagna and Italian, anything Italian.
So pasta is your friend.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Oh, go on.
I was going to say the salad today, I've already prepared it, so I have it ready.
You know what? I left that up to all of you. If you want to do it along with me, I crazily thought I had quinoa in my pantry. I'm rushing out the door at about 10 to 12, calling Lisa. I'm going to be a little late because I need to do this recipe how I did it, because, people aren't always, don't do as well, just winging it. So anyway, so I do not have a salad already prepared. So I'll be making it really quick in front of you guys. But I left that up to you guys. No problem. No problem.
Even if you're just watching, that's
Yep.
fine too.
Yep.
You have to make it. So,
So
Okay.
Carol,
so Chloe and Tammy,
Yeah.
and then Carol and Julianne.
with you two, are you friends? How long? This may have all been written somewhere, but I just want everyone else to know.
We are. We went to nursing school together.
Oh, yeah.
So we have been friends for over 40 years.
Okay. I remember.
And she
reading.
lives in North Carolina. I live in Duluth, Minnesota, right by Lake Superior,
So how'd you meet each other then?
in nursing school. And Julie lived here.
I see. I
And then you
see.
moved apart.
Yep, Julie moved away.
Oh,
Oh, so Julie, you were in Duluth, Minnesota, but you moved away?
Julianne, you're on mute right now. So if you could unmute, then we can hear your voice.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, whenever I go to Duluth, though, we get together and Carol is the primo cook. She's the one who,
Ooh,
she just drags me along and I help her.
awesome.
But we like,
Tammy, you probably could give me lessons.
Yeah.
oh, she could. She is really good. And she was really good in nursing school too. She never studied and got, A's, and I studied like crazy and got C's or D's.
Isn't that crazy how that works? Some people just like get it.
Yeah.
And other people have to just work so hard. But so
Right.
you should be very proud that you did. And look at you,
Mhm.
the impact you
Well-
both have made just by being nurses.
Well, she's been a nurse for a long time and I haven't, but anyway, she's great. She's the cook. She's the
She's a
cook.
good friend.
So Carol, if
Yes.
you are the amazing, awesome, fantastic cook, what do you like to make?
I'm really more of a baker.
Okay,
Than a
what's
cook.
your favorite baking?
I bake pies,
Okay.
Pies.
All right.
pies, breads,
Yeah.
cakes. Yeah,
Okay, we'll have to talk.
I cook too.
The thing that I find about my bread, because I'll tell you, I take a temperature of the milk or whatever, water
Uh-huh.
with the yeast. And I think it's because my house is too cold. I don't know. Because I'm like, this does not rise like I think it should. It does, but it doesn't. Or
You can put it in a warm oven, a little bit of a warm oven, and
Yes.
it will.
That's a good
thing.
trick.
I think that I'm gonna try and do that. But anyway.
Yeah.
One other question, sorry. What is your secret to pie crust?
Mm.
Having all the ingredients cold, including the bowls,
Including the
everything, really
Yeah.
cold.
That's what I kind of heard too. And I have a tendency not to use a food processor, which I probably should more often. I don't know. I just like the pastry blender and just working it like with my hands and stuff.
I don't use a food processor for pies either. I think it gets too tough.
Yeah.
I use a fork.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, y'all, I hope that's good tips for you because I know it is for me. So,
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
After you mix in the butter and all that stuff, do you put it back in the fridge? for a
I
little
do. I do. And I actually use butter flavored Crisco. I
know.
don't butter.
Yes.
And it's really nice and light and
Yeah,
flaky.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good.
Who is
Gail
Oh,
and
yeah.
Gina.
Gail
Sisters.
and Gina, oh sister. Do you live in now again, you probably wrote this down, but I can't remember. Do you live in the same area or?
So we're both in New Jersey,
Oh, yeah.
but we're about 35 minutes apart. Gina lives where, basically where we grew up.
Okay.
So she remained in that area and I just moved a little bit, towards central New Jersey.
Okay, awesome.
Close,
Awesome.
close enough to see each other often.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great that you guys are, I mean, it looks like for me that you guys have such that sisterly bond. And what
We
I
do.
call sisterly bond, it's not like you always probably agree or, it's all, mushy and gushy, but it's like you maintain that
Yeah.
bond, even if you're fighting, even if you're laughing, having a good time. Is that true or?
Yeah, I would say, yes. When we were younger, we definitely have very different personalities, but we also enjoy a lot of the same things. So that's interesting. I think we have the same sense of humor, more or less. I think my whole family has kind of like a dry sense of humor. But when we were younger, because we're so close in age and there's 3 girls, we fought a lot. But as we got older,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the cook, who's the baker, or are you both?
Gina's the baker.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm the cook. I don't know.
Yes. Oh my God. She's an
Yeah.
excellent cook. Like, I think she was cooking since birth. She's a very,
What is your favorite thing to cook? I mean, bake? Gina?
oh,
Gina.
for me, well, I'm really a holiday baker.
Okay.
I'm making pizzelles, which are Italian cookies, this weekend to bring to Gail.
Yeah.
But I haven't baked a lot this summer because it's just kind of hot to do that. But I'm big on during the holidays. I'm a cookie baker. I bake pies, but unlike Carol, I do not make my own crust. I always cheat and buy the ready-made one.
Ooh, I make
So
my own.
maybe I'm going to be inspired after listening to her and check out some Crisco with butter. But cookies, chocolate chip cookies, I like butter cookies, fancy cookies. I'm very artistic, so I'm big into decorating with colored icing and stuff.
Okay, on your cookie, depending on sometimes what the cookie is, do you use butter, Crisco, combo, or what do you use?
Butter.
Okay. Because I would agree on the pie crust. Crisco is it's
Yeah,
light, it's
try
flaky.
that.
Butter, I don't know. It can kind of dense up the cookie depending on the cookie, but I just like its richness.
Yeah.
Oh, the flavor.
Have you tried making chocolate pizzelles?
Yes, I just add a little cocoa and sugar, and I've made hazelnut ones, and I'll do different varieties like orange, spice, and cinnamon, things like that.
Excellent. We
Yeah.
make those at Christmas too. That's a Christmas.
Yeah, it's a big Christmas.
So what's your favorite thing to cook?
I have a tendency to cook large because a lot of the family gatherings are here. Our house is just conducive to entertaining. So a lot of pastas. My husband's family we all do it, but my husband's family still jars tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
So we make our own sauce. So a lot of things with the sauce. And this weekend, we're having a family gathering. We haven't all been together, all of us, all 5 siblings since COVID. So we are all getting together this weekend, and I'm making chicken and sausage and salads, and we're just going to pig out all weekend and all Saturday. And all the kids are coming and grandkids, so it'll be great.
Sounds like an excellent family time to me.
Yeah. End of COVID.
I'm going to go back to Tammy and hold on. I apologize if I cannot remember your name. The mother-daughter, Tammy.
Chloe.
Tammy and Chloe. Okay, the one question or comment I forgot to ask you guys. Who's the daughter?
Chloe. Yeah.
Chloe. You're with your mom.
Yes.
You're on this little Zoom call.
Yes.
I'm in my little kitchen. So the relationship that you guys have together, I think is pretty awesome. I mean, you're 21, you're hanging out with your mom, you're cooking with her. Has it always been that way? Or I think when kids get older and, us moms get older, we have like a better or different, I should say different relationship with our kids.
Yeah, we've always been really close. We do everything together. Go shopping and everything together. So we've always been close.
Now, do you have any other kids or siblings?
I have sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I have an older brother. He's 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you finally got your daughter then.
Yes, it's nice.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Let's
you guys ready? Let's get started.
Who's actually making this? Anybody?
I have to just throw things in the bowl.
Okay.
Me too.
I've got them all sitting
Same.
ready, but I just
Yeah.
have to throw them together.
Okay.
Yeah, I did the same. I have everything in little bowls chopped up and whatever.
Okay, so do I. Normally, that's not the way I cook, but obviously because we're on a Zoom and I do these cooking videos, I kind of model it after, the cooking shows out there. I love Rachel Ray when she started doing it out of her home, because I've always liked Rachel Ray in some regards. I've met her way back when she kind of first started her show and my show first began. And she's great. She's easygoing and stuff. But what I love about her, it's not all neat and you know, she's got her sink and all this stuff here, and then she's got this little space where she cuts, and then she's swinging it over here, and of course she's got a great island. Then she's frying or cooking or whatever over there. I like her because she's very approachable on her meals and, you know, stuff like that. But I definitely had to really think about recipes a lot more when I started doing this, because I wing it so much. And winging it isn't always a good thing, because when I don't write down what I just did, I forget what I did. So I definitely, you know, like recipes, but I don't feel locked in to recipes unless it's certain ingredients, depending on what it is. Obviously, baking's a whole different program. But when it comes to cooking, I like to say, okay, in general, yeah, I like that recipe, but I don't have this, I don't have this, but hey, I'll throw this in because the dressing still works. Or, okay, so someone put rice, well, I'm gonna do potatoes or whatever it is. So that's kind of like my thing on cooking. And tell the truth, I've always been that way. I've looked at a recipe, and a lot of times a recipe helps me because I'm not that good at that. Like, what does like, can you hand me those measuring cups over there, please? To me, I'm like, okay, a quarter cup, like, what does that look like? So I have to like actually measure it, and, you know, because I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just throw this stuff in. So anyway, I picked this recipe because we're in summer. Blueberries are prevalent, at least where we're at right now. In fact, I hope I don't miss blueberry picking. We got a little farm just like 5 minutes from my house.
It's up right now, so.
And so I picked this recipe because it's a salad. Lisa wanted me to do something quick and not complicated. And blueberries are in, and I think it's just a versatile salad. If you don't have spinach, chop up romaine. If you don't like arugula, do spinach and chop up romaine. I mean, it's greens. It's like whatever you like. If you particularly don't like red onion, you want scallions, do that. I thought it'd be kind of neat to just do a little bit of cilantro and parsley. Oh, fresh parsley, I just love it. And then blueberries, I got these from the farmer's market. I was going to, I might do my dressing what I told you guys, but sometimes red vinegar isn't enough unless you want a little bit more. But it also has a different, more tart acidity flavor. So I might go ahead, because if it's a vinaigrette, I love lemon zest and lemon juice. So
you might add that too.
Yeah, so I might add that to it. But you know, if red wine vinegar does that for you, I mean, that's great. But I don't know. To me, lemon just brightens up everything. To me, it's like a little sunshine. It's like a little sunshine in food. So I'm gonna have Lisa. Oh, nuts. I think for most everything, I can't think of a recipe that I don't toast nuts, but not everything needs toasted nuts. But when it's like this and you're really going to taste the nut and just eat it by itself, but even in my chocolate chip cookies and maybe brownies, I always taste it. I don't know. I just like the, it just brings out that roasted, you know, flavor in the nut. It takes away some of the oils that may be in a nut. And I don't know, it just, to me, just takes out the rawness of it.
So you're saying I'm toasting the nut?
Yes, she's toasting the nuts a little bit because I will tell you, there are so many times I'm like, okay, I just put the nuts in the fry pan. I'll finish up here, finish up there. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? And of course, there's smoke bellowing.
I've had a few of those.
Oh my gosh, I have to throw the nuts away.
I should say the quinoa is very wild.
Oh God. See, I told you.
Got the quinoa on for probably 15, 20 minutes.
No, it's still good.
Oh, good.
It's been on low. God,
It's just gonna give more flavor. It'll just add more flavor.
But the thing I do need to do is I'm going to put the quinoa in the bowl. Like I said, I didn't have time to set it up as graciously and as well as you all have done. But I want the quinoa to cool down and not. So I'm going to put it kind of in a large bowl. She's going to toast the nuts. If you do watch the cooking videos, I was going to delete this one video, but I think it's just so funny. It's such a basic, easy recipe. I was making a galette. And galette, that's how you pronounce it, right? A galette. And
Like a tart, like a tart.
Oh,
well, normally I don't do a lot of brand, like thing, but for some reason I lifted up this one package.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at the back of it, so everyone saw the front of it. And I'm like, okay, well, what I thought it wasn't. But I'm pouring in the stuff in the berries.
Was it cornstarch
No.
or corn?
I'm pouring the stuff in the berries, and I'm like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is a recorded video. And then I tap off my camera because it's too hard to upload with so many minutes. Anyway, for some reason I'm tasting it and I'm like, this does not taste right. Like, this is awful. And then I turn off the camera, I turn around the bag and I'm like, are you kidding me? I put baking powder instead of cornstarch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
So then I started piling in sugar and I'm like, no, maybe this is not going to help. So I set the bowl aside and then eventually, you know how baking powder bubbles up a little bit. And I'm like, what an
Oh,
idiot.
what a mess.
And so thankfully I just went to the farmer's market, got I threw that out. I'm like, man, this is one expensive dessert. And then I, remade it and it's going to go up on my video because that's like, this is a good blooper thing.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel short in my lower thing because I was using a pastry blender to do the flour. I'm getting older, so I think my shoulder, and I think when I do this, your arm's up higher than your shoulder for me. And so I'm doing this. Then this arm got tired, so I'm doing it with my left hand. I'm right-handed. Well, it slipped, and then there's like flour all over the place. I'm like, this is such an easy dessert. It takes no more than maybe 20 minutes to make.
Oh, no.
I love a galette because it's a simple pie version. And anyway, I had to tell that story. Okay, so let's get going.
Okay.
The one thing that we'll do first is to get my glasses on because I can't see anything. And yeah, I sent you guys this little recipe. That's great. Because I'll tell you another little story.
Don't we want to start?
I know we do. All the cooking shows, they're intimidating to me, but I love them. But when I was watching Bobby Flay brunch, his brunch with Bobby Flay. I loved it when he said, listen, I got my notes here, people, because out of all the recipes I do not have them all memorized. But I love that he said it on video because it was so easy for him to click off the thing, look, oh yeah, this is what you do, next. So I loved it that he had notes with them. So I have notes with me too. Anyway.
All right.
I don't know if that was funny or not, but okay, we're gonna do some olive oil.
Okay.
Where'd those measuring cups go?
Right there.
Oh. I don't even know what size this is.
Look underneath. Here,
Oh yeah, I think this is the third. No, this is the third. That's a quarter. This is the third. See, normally I just wing a salad dressing. How did you guys mix it? Did you guys actually measure everything?
I don't, I wing it.
Oh, good. Oh,
It's
I
hard
am
to make
so
salad
happy
dressing in my
about that.
house because my husband doesn't like dressing on his salad. I do, so
Oh, you know what?
portion.
I put red wine vinegar. I wanted white wine vinegar.
Okay.
I did the wrong recipe.
So far we have 1/3 cup of olive oil. I'll just kind of repeat because sometimes she's 3 steps ahead of herself.
Here, do you want to add, just drizzle about 4 tablespoons in there. That's good enough.
Yeah. Okay.
And then do,
So 4 tablespoons of white wine
do about a
vinegar.
teaspoon of honey.
Okay.
Please. All right.
Okay, teaspoon of honey.
You want to hand me the stove down mustard?
Mhm.
And because I've never used this
I opened
before.
it.
Oh, did you
Yeah, I
really?
took the top off. I
It's
helped
so,
her prep.
it's so nice. You two, daughter and mom. It's so nice to have a sous chef, I tell you.
So 1 tablespoon of stone ground
That's good enough. And a
mustard,
little bit of
salt and pepper.
You can do the pepper, I'll do the salt.
Okay.
And this is really just to taste because some people like it, some people don't.
I think you're more heavy on pepper than I am. I like pepper, but I don't want it to like,
See,
Throw
I
off
definitely
the-
think this needs some more stuff. Did you guys adjust this dressing at all?
I'm
I added
following you.
I added a little bit of sugar.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a good
honey.
idea.
I added honey, but then I put a little bit of white sugar as well.
Okay, cool. Anybody else?
I didn't have the stone ground mustard, so I had to use Dijon.
That's fine too. That's fine
Yeah.
too.
But I think I'm going to add the lemon. I like that idea.
Yeah,
I really like lemon over arugula, so definitely adding some lemon.
And see, that's what I think recipes do. I mean, especially, all of us have been, I think, all of us are moms. I mean, we gotta wing it half the time and
just anyone cooking, you wing.
yeah, and
Forget
so,
something at the grocery store, or you thought you had it, or
yeah.
it expired and you're like, oh, can't use that now, so. Yeah, so she's just adding the lemon as kind of a after,
Yeah, a
After
little bit of
some.
lemon zest. I just
not very much.
do a little bit. And then here, oh, we might need more, sister.
Oh, okay.
We might need more.
All right.
And then I know like a lot of people squeeze the lemon in their fingers, but I don't have long enough fingers for that. So I make sure my seeds are out. So I'm gonna squeeze, I don't know, it could be
That's about
maybe a tablespoon.
tablespoon.
Oops. You're my cleanup. You don't have
I
to
know.
clean up. I don't,
She just throws it all over the place.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's-
gonna taste this because,
Yeah, just a spoon.
and typically I've been kind of on a thing about stone ground mustard, but for salad dressing, yeah, Dijon mustard, I think it definitely is a little stronger. It's got that little tartness to it. You can taste?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Mm.
Maybe just a dab more honey.
Mhm. It is.
Oh,
Maybe, why don't we try the white sugar like she's done?
I don't have any here.
Oh. Okay, we'll do more honey then.
Just a little, okay. Because I don't want it sweet.
Okay.
I like this. I think, I don't know why I said red wine vinegar. Maybe it's another dressing I was figuring out. I like white wine because it has, depending, like I said, depending on what you're making your salad with. But because we have blueberries, I didn't want a sweet dressing, but this really tastes nice.
I think
and
red
warm
wine,
and-
as you had down there, I think the red wine works just as well.
It can, yeah.
Because that's what
Okay.
they're doing.
But I like red wine vinegar with when you have tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff like that. But when you have blueberries and, well, it would go good with quinoa. Yeah, red wine vinegar works. Okay, I debated whether to tell you guys how to prepare the salad. If I was only having like maybe 4 or 6 people, tell you the truth, I would probably plate it. Because I think plating it layers it, sprinkle it with a little spinach on the bottom, a little arugula on top, and then, maybe the little mound of, I never put that in a bowl. If you could do that. Just a little bit of mix in the onions with the quinoa and just have like a little mound on there. And then, have your slices of avocado around, sprinkle your blueberries on top. Just sprinkle if you want both of these herbs, just a little bit of cilantro. I don't think this needs a lot of cilantro, but definitely parsley and a little bit of cilantro. And then you sprinkle your toasted walnuts over it, and then your dressing, you just drizzle your dressing. But this also works if you toss it as well. I think because tossing it, everything gets lost, especially for a tossed salad. I think, okay, all the tomatoes, cucumbers, and everything have fallen to the bottom. I need to toss it again and, make it come to the top. But I will do it the way I indicated to you. So we're just gonna do this. I didn't even measure this.
I'd say maybe 2.5, 3 cups of,
No, I
Two
don't,
cups.
think- no, that's not what I told them.
okay.
So I
let's
think
see what
that's
we have
enough.
on here. We
Oh,
have
2 cups of
2
spinach.
cups of
Okay.
spinach, okay.
Oh, you know what? I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to these baby leaf spinach or even the big ones, I have a thing that I don't like the stems. So when the long stem is here, I cut it off because I don't know. I just don't like it.
I agree with you. I cut mine. I don't like them.
Yeah. So especially the baby spinach, it's like I want more leaf.
Okay, what are you putting in now?
Arugula. I like arugula, but like I said, if you guys don't like arugula, do chopped romaine or iceberg or whatever lettuce out there that you like. I like arugula because I've got a kind of a mellow dressing here. It's got blueberries in there, and I really like this peppery,
I like it
a little
too.
bit of the peppery
Little bite.
business going on. Okay, so there. Just put that over there. What do I need next?
Okay.
Oh, cooked quinoa. Oh,
Amy,
you know
can
what?
you
We're gonna
use-
take notes
Is
on
it okay to use basil? Because I didn't have arugula and I used basil.
That
You
sounds
could,
yummy.
but I think basil and blueberries will mix, but be careful how much, because
Could overpower.
basil will definitely,
Wrong.
have a strong herb flavor. To me, that would be more like a little accent piece. Okay, where's the quinoa?
Right there. Okay,
I need a bathroom.
right there, the blue one. Oh, got it.
Okay, you just use this to stir around the nuts so they don't
Yep.
burn up too much. I don't have it on that high, but
I'll keep an eye on it.
anyway.
I'll keep an eye.
Well, I don't know.
So
It's still hot, but who cares? We're gonna wing it. Oh, if I'm making quinoa like with chicken or with like a cooked savory dish or something like that, I usually use like chicken broth or beef broth or whatever you're using it with. But when it comes to a salad, I didn't want the flavor of the broth to incorporate with the quinoa. So that's why I use water in that. You guys want something else, that's fine too. I think this quinoa would have been good if just a little bit lemon zest and a little bit of lemon juice just to kind of give it that little spark.
did you
But
put
anyway.
butter in it while you were?
No, I just put salt and
Okay.
I was thinking about putting olive oil in here, but I think for a salad, you kind of want it dry and it's already moist.
It's very moist.
So anyway,
Oh,
okay. Oh, 1.5 cups. All right. Okay, well, we're just gonna.
just sprinkle it in there.
Okay, I don't see anyone laughing here. I feel like,
I
oh my
am.
gosh.
They're on mute.
Oh gosh.
Okay, what are you doing now?
Okay, because I told them to toss it, and this way the quinoa will get onto the salad because it's still moist. So this is what I'm doing. I just added in the quinoa, tossed it a little bit. But like I said, I think the salad would work if you wanted to plate it into individual, adjust the quantities if it's just 2 people or whatever it is. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say to this too, if you wanted to make this more into a dinner salad, I think a good whitefish, tilapia,
Yeah.
or cod, or salmon, or even chicken. I don't
like
think
the
it's the
chicken.
best salad for beef or anything heavy like that. But yeah, either a fish or chicken, just to put it on the side or something. Tell you the truth, this salad almost kind of reminds me of something like Stanford's, one of our
Oh, yeah.
restaurant,
Yeah.
places. Anyway, okay.
And I'm toasting the walnuts on medium low, and it's probably gonna take about 7 minutes
Oh, we'll
altogether.
just gonna
Oh,
turn it
you're
up a
gonna
little
turn
bit.
it up on me. I better watch closer. Okay, cool.
Okay, and then what else do I got here? We're gonna do, I don't know how you did the red onions. Did anyone do red onions?
Yeah.
Okay, Would anyone want a different onion?
I did scallions. 'Cause
Okay.
that's what I had.
Yep. No,
Yep.
see, I think scallions work too.
Yep, and I actually did wild rice instead of quinoa because that's what I had too.
You can just
Perfect.
improvise.
Yeah,
So maybe wild rice would be good too.
yeah.
And I didn't leave these in whole slices. I sliced it, cut it in half. I was debating cutting it in half, but I did cut it in quarters. Because I just thought with the quinoa and the blueberries and stuff, I didn't want this big chunk of red onion, because red onion can be kind of
Strong.
potent. Yeah, strong.
So what's your measurement on the red onion?
Oh, well. I put 1/2 red onion thinly sliced, or
Okay.
1 shallot too. But I'm just gonna sprinkle this on. See, I would only do very little onion because Chris doesn't like onions really.
Mm.
In fact, he doesn't like vegetables at all, but he kind of eats them anyway.
We love onions, but
What?
my eyes are so sensitive. I have onion goggles that I use, seriously.
Oh,
Yep.
Well, I tell you, that's why I cut my onions off camera, because Lisa's coming here. She's like, well, what's wrong?
I go, are you, yeah, I said, are you getting a
Allergies?
cold or
Yeah.
getting allergies? I just said that prior to you guys starting with us. so.
And I said, no, it's onions. It's onions.
I just learned a really good tip about cutting onions. So
What?
you take paper towel and you soak a paper towel and put it at the edge of your cutting board. When you're cutting the onion, all of the acid from the onion goes into the wet paper towel and it works.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just learned that like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Try that.
okay, that's a hot tip for us all.
Okay, try it.
Okay, I am gonna go ahead. Now, because this has avocado in it, I'll do avocado at the very end. I probably forgot to put that in my notes. I would say
Okay.
doing your avocado until you're ready to serve the salad, because as we all know, avocado has a tendency to brown early, or maybe just drizzle just a little bit of lemon juice over it and it'll kind of slow that down. And also I think avocado wets the salad too much. So I often wait to add that. I have a feeling I am not telling anyone anything new here, am I?
Having fun, right?
And you know what? I say that's okay, because you know what that tells me? Ooh, I'm not bad. I'm doing what everyone else does.
How about a few questions
Yeah.
and answer? Would you like to ask them? We have a list of questions you guys put together, but do you want to start maybe Chloe and Tammy and ask some questions, and we'll just kind of go around?
Okay, the questions we had asked is if Amy's ever been to Ontario, Canada.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
I've been to Toronto.
oh,
I grew up in Michigan, so Detroit is just across the river, Windsor. I'm sure there are some other cities I've been into Ontario. Growing up, when my siblings and I were a little bit older, every other year my parents took a big trip. And so I've been to almost every province in Canada, except for Newfoundland. British Columbia is gorgeous. I love Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. I would love to go back there, go like into Maine and then cross over and just see Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. But yeah, I know Toronto and Windsor, and I think there's another city or two, but I can't remember their names.
oh,
So, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
We live near Toronto.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I met a guy that I saw on Facebook. He's a little person guy, and he's Indian. Not that that matters. But the one thing that I really liked what he did is because he has his own charity foundation. So when Lisa and I still had the Amy Roloff Charity Foundation, I thought it was really cool because he's a smart guy. He's like an engineer or something like that. But he goes over to other countries and helps them with their water system and wells and stuff like that. And of course, not only do I like doing something good, but I so wanted to go to Cuba.
Oh,
That was his next
Oh my
stop, was going to
gosh.
Cuba.
But it didn't work out because I
Yeah,
thought,
COVID hit, and then everything
Yeah,
changed.
I'm not going to Cuba when any moment of crisis could happen. But anyway, great guy, but he lives in Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Carol and Julianne, do you guys have questions for Amy?
I do. I'm wondering, do you ever cook with your grandkids? And if you do you have some recipes that work well for little ones?
I think my grandkids are a little bit young. I mean, Ember's not even quite 4. Jackson is 4. Jackson to me is like a typical guy. Oh yeah, grandma or Mimi. I'll just put blueberries on here. Okay, can I go play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's eating them.
Yeah, or he's eating them. Where Ember will be, okay, Ember, that, you know, that's enough. Oh, but Mimi, there's still more here. You know, or she'll be like, oh, the avocado. She, like a girl, typically, she'll be more involved in that. But what was it that I made? I think I had them help me just do little things with mac and cheese because I know most kids like mac and cheese. I went ahead and made chicken fingers for them, but when I made a sauce, like a little mustard sauce with something else or ketchup with something else, you know, I had them because if it goes all over the place, who cares? Let me see. Well, when I made cookies and stuff, they helped me pour the flour and the sugar in there and everything. And I'd have them turn on the mixer and make sure, you know, that whole thing didn't go all over the place. But they do the cookie cutters and, you know, if they wanted to do it, I had them help roll because to me, it was just, you know, here we take sugar and, you know, it was just helping them understand there's lots of things that go into this cookie that you just buy. Is there something?
I turned it on.
Okay.
We're good.
So not yet, but if they are interested in cooking, I kind of have them a part of it. Like, what do you want to make? But when they get older, I think making pizza dough is a really fun thing.
Yeah.
You know, what do you want on that? I think if you don't want to fry chicken tenders, I shouldn't say fry, but saute them. I think it's great for them to learn how to handle meat, roll it in the breadcrumbs and the flour and stuff like that, and then just bake them, you know. But then, you know, washing your hands and, you know, things like that. I'm trying to think, but yeah. So yeah, but even anything like lasagna and stuff, depending on their old age and how they're able to handle it, I just think it's have them be the sous chef and have them do it all. You're there to just chit chat and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I even bought Ember her own apron. I had Jackson wear one too, and so I thought that was kind of fun.
I bought my grandson his own apron and chef's hat for Christmas.
Yeah.
Not too interested yet.
No. How old is he?
He's going to be 3 soon.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? A lot of kids at that age, they kind of like the accessories to it. Like, you know, I bought these little spoons. I'm always buying accessories, but I'm like, Amy, you don't entertain like you used to. It's like, what are you going to do with all this stuff? But anyway,